Okay, today I'd like to talk about five principal rules, of gun ownership, and this also goes for carry and conceal. There's actually a reason why I'm wearing this shirt today, and I'm wearing a muscle shirt under it, which I almost never do. We're going to get to that in a minute. The first rule about a gun owner: you must know your local laws, period. Heat interruptions. You must know all local laws pertaining to your gun and yourself, period. There's an old saying, and it's true: ignorance of the law does not count. If you're doing something stupid or wrong, you're in trouble. Bottom line. Where I live, I do not have carry conceal, even though many of you think I do. I don't. I am allowed to bring a gun from my home to the range and back. New York State requires you to own a license just to own a handgun. Long guns are fine, no license needed, but handguns, you must have a license. Your gun model, make, caliber, and serial number is literally written on the back of your license. You can bring your gun anywhere you want to a range. Like I can go to a shooting range in Albany if I want, etc. But I cannot go to New York City. New York City is its own independent country. They have their own laws. Someone from New York City can bring their gun anywhere in New York State. Someone from outside of New York City can bring their gun anywhere they want except New York City. So it's a little confusing. No matter where you live in my county, whatever city or town you're in my county, which is a pretty big county, you must apply at the county courthouse where the White Plains Police Department has an office set up. You have to go to the shooting range, take a safety class, take a written test, 25 questions multiple choice, 25 questions true and false. Minimum passing score is an 80, mine was an 88 in case you're wondering. Go to the county courthouse in person, pick up a stack of papers this high for 10 bucks, I think it was. Fill out all the forms. You ever been arrested? Are you a drunk? Are you a drug addict? Have you ever attempted suicide, etc., etc.? You have to have 4 character witnesses. No police officers, no public officials, no relatives, no housemates. Friends, neighbors, classmates, co-workers. I use 4 neighbors, 3 of which I've known since I was born, literally. They fill out a form, a couple of questions they ask them. Are they afraid of you? Have they ever seen you abuse drugs or alcohol? If they know you have a gun, are they afraid you're going to come and kill them? They literally have to write down that they are not afraid of you. And they have to testify under perjury and submit it. You go in for the interview with the detective. He takes your fingerprints, submits the application. Your prints stay in there's 1 copy of your prints for the office, 1 copy for the state police, 1 copy for the FBI. You get a letter in 6 months. You have your license. You pick it up in person. They want to make sure the guy getting the license is the same guy that took the fingerprints and etc. That's how you get it there. And I asked the detective questions. You're allowed to. He's there to answer your questions. He's a full-fledged detective. How do I carry the gun? He said verbally to me I'm allowed to carry it concealed, which I prefer. Fucking clock. I prefer to carry it on my body. Not because I'm afraid I'm going to be killed or anything like that. I got to defend myself. But if it's on my body, I feel I might not lose it. There's a lesser chance that I'm going to lose it. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to misplace it. It's on my body. I know what it is. I feel that it's not going to get lost. This brings us to... Oh, by the way, I want to mention one thing. Just because you have a carry conceal license does not mean you can carry it everywhere you go. Many states do not allow you to go certain places. Courthouses, churches, school. I heard Utah, I'm not sure if this is true though, but I heard Utah allows students and professors to carry their gun on campus. Many states do not allow that unless you're a full-fledged cop. But if you are allowed to carry your gun on college campus, you're almost certainly going to need to tell the college. The college may have their own form or their own license or registration for you to fill out. So check before you go to school with your gun. Check to make sure it's legal. In many states it's not. Before you go to church, make sure it's okay with your pastor. Don't bring it into the courthouse unless you're a cop. Okay, if you're going to parents' night in your kid's school, I would say no. But don't just think I got a license, I got a gun, we put it everywhere. Okay, because you're in trouble if you get caught doing something stupid. You're out of your area, you're doing something, whatever, you will be prosecuted. Where I live in my home state, one of the things they tell you when you fill out that application, a judge can revoke your Second Amendment right. If you're convicted of a felony, automatically Second Amendment goes out the window. No more. If you have 2 DWIs, 3 DWIs is a felony anyway. If you have 2 DWIs, the judge could say legally, you're 2/3 of a felon anyway. If you're dumb enough to use a car while you're drunk, you might be dumb enough to use a gun while you're drunk and take the guns away from you permanently. So if you don't know your laws, you can be prosecuted, you can be in trouble, you can be fined, you can have your rights suspended, you can go to prison. So it's very important that you as the gun's owner know your laws, your legal obligations, and everything. Number 2, we'll finally move on to, is concealment. Some people talk about how to conceal your gun on YouTube. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't want to show you because I'm afraid, God forbid, a bad person looks at the video and gets the wrong idea. I don't want to do that. But take the gun, stand in front of the mirror, look at the holster, look at the gun, and figure it out yourself. I did. Carry concealed means concealed. I have a gun. You have a gun. We're talking for 15 minutes. I shouldn't see yours, you shouldn't see mine, no pun intended. Okay, carry it concealed. You don't want to walk down the street and have everyone, hey, can I see that? Your friends, can I see your new gun? No. You don't want to have some idiot stranger, can I see your gun? No. You don't want to have someone pull it off you. You don't want to have someone mistake you for a cop or off-duty cop or whatever. So keep the gun concealed under your cloak, under your cloak, your coat, your jacket, your sweater, your ankle holster. Wherever your gun is, it should be out of sight at all times. You don't want to attract attention. Also, what if you're in a bank and the bank gets robbed? Do you want to have a gun sticking out of your pants? Bank robber might take it or whatever. We're going to get into another video later on I'm going to make about what if you do in case you're robbed or in case you're a witness to a robbery and you have a gun on you. And it's not what you think. My advice is not to go crazy and kill everybody. My advice is not to be the superhero. We'll get into that. What to do in case of a robbery event. We'll get into that later, another video. But you have to keep the gun concealed. Keep it under wraps because you don't want to attract unwanted attention. I'll give you an example. I hope to Christ they don't on YouTube, but whatever. Upstairs for me, I have a mother, her daughter a couple of years younger than me, her teenage son, and her 3-year-old granddaughter. And I literally have a young woman and her 3-year-old daughter sleeping upstairs from me. I don't want them to know I have a gun. I don't. It's legal, it's registered, but I don't want them to know I have it. I don't know, they make me, I don't want them to know. Some neighbors sign from it, I don't want them to know upstairs. Hope they're not on YouTube. One time I walked through the lobby to go to the car, to go to the range, and they were there. Mother, daughter, son, baby. They walked right by me, I walked right by them. They even saw me carrying my bag, my range bag. Didn't even know I had it. And I prefer that. Keep it quiet. Keep it on the low. It's concealed. You know what? I think we're at the 9-minute mark. Let's start again in a minute. Part 2.